Looks like it's got a bad drive belt too. Good morning. And it's a new day in the shop. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I have a friend of mine approached me, and he has a friend that has started a mowing business. He is in the service, and he has recently been deployed. But we don't want him to sacrifice what he has here at home serving our country. We don't know how long he's going to be gone. I am unsure of that. But as I am a veteran myself, I support those that serve. We honor them. Because he was deployed, his lawn mowing equipment had been stored, and he needs to, keep up with the accounts here at home. So my friend approached me, and he is going to not so much take over the business, but work the business while the veteran and the owner of the business is deployed. The mowers could use some service, and I thought maybe it would be good to go ahead and do a video on it. I know nothing about these machines other than the fact that the rider starts. It actually has the mounting brackets to have a snowblower in the winter. So he's got the wheel weights, the mounting brackets, and everything like that. Well, my friend had removed the snowblower part, but we need to get the deck on it, get it so it's set, so it raises and lowers like it's supposed to, and get the belt set up on it. This does run. This over here doesn't want to start. I'm pretty sure it's just because it's been stored and they hadn't put any treatment in there for fuel or anything like that. So I imagine that this one here is pretty much just a fuel problem. It is not that old, so it shouldn't be much more than a fuel issue. This one here it's all plastic on the front. And so it has broke. As you can see, it's broken there, and it just flops around. So we're going to take this all off of here, and we're going to take a look and see. Maybe we can do some metal and we can fabricate a piece in, and that's the start of the projects today. So I'm going to take this and I am going to put it up on the gantry and raise it up in the air so that I'm not bending over the whole time. Okay, now we have a belt here. And this belt was hooked up to run the snowblower. I don't know how it was hooked up. The guy brought it to me like this, and so that's kind of how it is. But you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on in there. And it looks like for the most part, he's got most of it hooked up. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring the deck down. Looks like it's got a bad drive belt too. See if we can get a better look at that on the other side. So this is the drive belt. See how it's kind of in bad shape too? So it looks like the drive belt is not too good as well. Definitely need to get it replaced. But let's see what we can do for him. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this guard. I am not going to remove this. I'll just lift it up so I can get to the bolt. The other bolts are either missing or broken off, but I want to break the rest of it. That way it's not in my way. Go. Spray some good old lube on there. I might be able to find another bolt to put on the other side. See if we can't. Alright. Get the cover off. We'll take our time. I don't want to break anything. That's kind of why I'm not using power tools. You deal with this old stuff when you're taking it apart, and a power tool doesn't really, it just, you know, you pull a trigger and it just goes, and you can sometimes snap a bolt. So I can see what is going on. Here's the belt. So we're gonna go ahead. We'll just get the belt out of there and see what is going on. Now it's got two pulleys here, but neither one of them are tensioning pulleys. But it's got a pulley over there as well. And I would imagine that that's the main drag pulley. Go ahead, and we're gonna get this started. This might not be the proper way to do it, but there we go. The belt is on. Pieces broke off and pretty much no good. We're going to just go ahead and use the bolt from this. We'll at least put a little bit more to guard. We'll put our strap back up so it stays out of the way. Got nothing. Like his choke is sitting. I don't know if I can get a good shot, but the choke is right under there. And it looks like the choke lever on the carburetor end is bent. So we're going to try and see if we can't straighten it yet. Alright, so straighten that out. I'm going to check out, see how the throttle moves, because it didn't seem like it was moving too well before. Oh yeah, much better. Much better, much better. Okay. Well, it looks like your right belt came off. Yes, it did. Don't know how. Alright, so what I need to do, right there is the tensioner, and even though I got you in the spot, you might not be able to see what's going on. Okay. All right, that's one down. Now we go to the next one. I'm pretty sure that this one is just a fuel problem. It might just be out of gas for all we know. Oh, she pulled the gas. I have a unit very similar to this, and it's doing the same thing. First year it worked. Year after that, wouldn't even start up. In fact, it's sitting right over there. Oh yeah, she'd be flooded. Okay, so I checked the gap on the spark plug. It was a little too close. Go ahead and put it back in. It's supposed to be gapped at around 31 thousandths. Try it one more time. It's almost like she's not getting gas. Get any sediment or anything out of there. And then we'll check, give the flow to tap. So I've come to the conclusion that it has a stuck carburetor. All right, so I got the carburetor off. There's a little bit of junk on there. A little bit of sediment down there in the bottom. I'm sure that probably got into the fuel jet. Oh yeah, she plugged like a stuck chicken. She is all plugged up. Yep, she just plugged. That should take care of it. Carburetor's all back together. Now let's see if she will start. I take a little bit to get some gas in there. We'll see what's going on. So we will find out. That looks to be all hooked up. Maybe it'll just take a little bit for the gas to get into the system. Put everything back together and let's see. All right. Okay. Well, there's that. Next, we have this. Now, supposedly this one runs, so we're good with that. I'm not even going to mess with that part. It looks like it's going to be a big enough job just dealing with the front axle. I know what you're thinking. Why do I hang the lawnmower? Well, because I hate bending over and getting down on the ground, getting down on my knees. I've got the equipment. I might as well use it. Now, the deal going on with this is all broke. You know, it's all flexing and stuff, you know. So I'm gonna take this off and see what we can do to change that. Now this is new enough, so I'm probably just gonna spray some stuff on it. See if we can't see what holes are on there. There's two. Alright. When this sucker broke, it broke pretty good. Let's see if I can take my heat gun to it. Hold it for a minute. Alright, so let it cool. Got a little bit out of it, but I think I'm going to hit it just a little bit more. But you know, I might be able to just take and metal the top, metal the bottom, drill through, bolt through. Because, keep this up here. You can already see the difference that I've made, as it is doing a lot better job. Metal on this, in here too as well, maybe a couple of screws. I may be able to save that. I've at least kind of molded it a little bit back to the direction that it was. Let's start out with a piece of this. We'll just cut off a piece, and we'll start at that point. All right, so I mocked me up a couple of pieces. Put one like so. I'll take the other one, put it here, and I'll probably grind a little bit. But I want to know where this is at. So, a little paint here. And that should make my mark. Find its spot. There we go. Go ahead, drill with a smaller bit to get started. Would you look at this thing? Brand new bit. Okay? Never been used. When I get done doing this, you can take a look at the bit. And you can see why windshield washer fluid or Windex is the best. I won't use anything else. That is a perfect hole. It even comes out nice on the other end. The metal didn't even get hot. Now look at that bit. That is the one I just used. The thing looks brand new. Tell you what, I think first I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weld these together. I need to take a little bit off. All right, I got to drill a couple of holes to put in the front of it. This is as far as I've gotten. I put a bracket. It's basically so it can bolt there. And now I need some sort of a plate for the top because plastic don't hold nothing. I like to keep old license plates. I use them for scrap pieces, whatever, tinning something. I mean, you pay for them, but I use them. I save them. I've got a whole stack of them, and I use them because they're a nice piece to either use as a cutout or, you know, a cap of some sort. I've used them to repair mower decks. They work great. So, and they're easy to work with because they're aluminum in my state. And all I do is just cut out what I need, and they're paintable. So, that's what I do with license plates. All right, so I've got this bolted on. All the maybe an inch. All right, so I gotta cut some of this. Good morning. It's a new day in the shop, and we're still working on the lawnmowers. I had a friend of mine call me up, and we were just talking and catching up. And he goes, you know, I see a lot of YouTube videos where guys are saying, "Good morning, it's a new day," but is it really a new day? Well, for me, it is. If it's not a new day, I'm not going to tell you, "Good morning, it's a new day." It actually is a new day. Yesterday, we worked on those two units right there. Got them running. Finished out the day in the middle of this. It's very interesting, but if this don't work, then I'm going to go back to the other plan of building a front axle housing that will bolt to the end. But, you know, yesterday I made this plate and then capped it off with that. Now, the reason I have it in the vise is because the plastic is still warped. So I'm going to I'm squeezing it together. I'm going to take my heat gun and hopefully it'll form fit all back together and take the tension off of it for the most part. Then I've got to drill, put a bolt in here, and at that point, it should be good enough. Like I said, if not, then we go back to the drawing board, and I will fabricate a axle housing out of some metal that I have there, and I can build a housing for it and bolt it back to the unit. For sure, it won't be able to get broke. So without further ado, let's get to work. We're going to be moving around a lot. I don't want to sit in one spot. I want to basically eat the whole thing up. See. Yes, so it will miss. Very nice. All right. So I like that. But I'm going to have to bring it back. There we go. It's packed full of grass. Okay. I think that'll work for him. Good result. Okay, so that wraps up this video, and I definitely thank you for watching. Go out there, if you see a veteran, if you know a veteran, shake his hand. It is a sacrifice that they make. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. It's great support. And I know this gets repetitious, but I kind of like it. So, I mean, I've got other videos. I've got that one, and I've got that one.